Alright, welcome back. This is video number 2 in this series. Okay, by now you've already downloaded BitSeven, and again you'll see the link in the bottom of this video also, so that you can download click over to BitSeven and open your trading account if you haven't done so already. There's also a link to Coinbase so that you can have a secure and trusted Bitcoin wallet so that you can transfer funds back and forth from BitSeven into Coinbase and from Coinbase into BitSeven. BitSeven is Bitcoin in and Bitcoin out. They do not accept cash or credit cards or anything like that. So you have to transfer Bitcoin in and out of BitSeven. Okay, so it's real easy with Coinbase. So now that you got this all set up, you got a small balance in here, or you have a balance in here. Now what do? Okay, so you see these candles and everything. When it starts out, I believe this is what you're going to see. Okay, this is how it's set up originally. Now most day traders, they like the Heiken Ashi candles. Okay, so all you gotta do is click this little arrow, come down here, hit Heiken Ashi. Okay, you can see the difference. Let me show you that again. Okay, see the difference? There's a little difference with the trends. You come down there, Heiken Ashi. Okay, see these are all red. These are all trending down right here. Whereas if you were in normal candles, you would have an uptick, down, uptick, down. It gets a little confusing when you're day trading or when you're trying to scalp the 1 minute chart. Okay, so just switch this to Heiken Ashi. That's what I would recommend. Switch that to Heiken Ashi. Now, how do you know when this thing's going to move? Well, there's lots of videos online. I would suggest going to YouTube. There's tons of videos, and there's lots of people like me that are pretty new at this and novices, and I'm not going to claim to be an expert. And some of them claim to be experts. So I would imagine most of them aren't, but candles are pretty self-explanatory. Okay, once you get to learn them. Okay, you see these red candles here. This is showing a bearish downtrend. Okay, but this is a pretty good trend here because they're very long, solid candles with the wicks at the bottom. Okay, now when you start getting into when the trend starts to slow down, you see a candle like this. This is called a doji candle. And you can think of this as a very indecisive candle. It doesn't know which way to go. Okay, so the market keeps going, even though it's indecisive. It keeps going, but we do have a wick on the top side here. It gets a little stronger. Then we have another doji candle, which this one's green. We have another kind of indecisive candle, a spinning top candle. Here it's got a wick on top and bottom with a short body. Same thing here. Now it changes. The trend changes a little bit. Okay. Notice on the greens, when it's a stronger bullish trend, the wicks are on the top. Okay, because it's pushing upward. It's pushing upward. Then you get an indecisive candle or a spinning top candle here, and another strong bearish trend going down. Okay, this is on the 1 minute chart. So here's the 1 minute chart. You can click through these and kind of see what's going on with some of these different charts. Okay, 30-minute, the 1 hour, the 1 day chart. But if you're going to scalp or trade with leverage, especially with leverage on BitSeven, you're going to want to be on the 1 minute chart. Okay, because things happen quickly and you got to be there to get out of a bad trade or get out of a good trade with a decent profit before it changes direction on you. Okay, now if you come down here towards the bottom of the chart, you can see these buttons kind of highlight. You can change your chart so that you can see more of your day. What I like to do when I'm trading is I like to make the candles big so that I can see the wicks really good, and I can see the change of direction, get a good feel of what these candles are doing. Okay, if you want to reset this chart, you hit this middle one, just resets it. That's what it would normally look like when you first open it up. Okay, now here's another thing. Come down here. I don't know what time frame or time zone you might be in, but if you put your cursor over the chart down here on the times, hit your right click on them, or if you're like me on a Mac, you hit Control and then hit your little mouse bar here. You can change your time zone. Okay, right now I'm set up for New York time. Typically, the default is UTC. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what that is, but I set that up for where I'm at, where my time zone would be considered New York time zone. So that's where I'm at. So right now it's 21:30, so that's 9:30. It's about 9:40 right now where I'm at. So you can see where the chart ends up. 9:40. I'm on a 1 minute chart right here. Okay. So now that we've got our time zone set up, we get our candles where we want. I kind of gave you an indication of what to look for here, but how do you know when it's going to change? Okay, so there's a couple of indicators that I like putting on here. This is your indicator button right here. If you click on that, it brings up a whole list of indicators. Well, which one do I choose? There's all kinds of them, and you'll see all kinds of videos on different things. I typically actually have the MACD on mine, and then where's it at here? Relative Strength Index. But the first one I'm going to put on here for you is the EMA cross. Let's do that one. Nope, actually that is not the one I wanted. I'm sorry about that. Let's just type in EMA. Oh, right here. I'm sorry. Moving average exponential is the one that I like. And for no other reason other than this kind of reinforces, you see it here, it's blue. It kind of reinforces the movement of the chart. It doesn't give me a whole lot of indication, but it gives me a reinforcement of the movement of the chart. Okay, now it is called the exponential moving average. All right, so a lot of times what I do see is if you back this off, let's see here, it does act as a level of support sometimes. So you see right here, where the candles turned red, they come down and hit the moving average, bounce off, come back up. It's not always accurate, but I just like it on there for the movement, and it kind of goes with the movement of the chart. It does give you a little bit of an idea. Okay, you can see like right here. I don't know if you can see that, if we can zoom in a little more. You see right here where it hits this wick, you see that it's moving up. Now it's following the movement of this candle right here. Okay, so that's an indicator that you're in an uptrend. You're pushing up right there. Okay, obviously you come over here, it's an indicator that it's moving down. So it is what it is. The next indicator that I like using, and this is probably the most important one that I like, is the Relative Strength Index. That pops up at the bottom here. Okay. Let's see here. Now what I like to do is I like to put this price line in here. I click this price line, and that kind of gives me a halfway point. Okay, so really the movement of the trends kind of goes in line with the RSI. When this RSI starts moving, you'll be able to see movement in the candles. They coincide, obviously. Let's see if we can zoom in. Okay, you notice this one right here is a little flat right now. You got your center line right here of, I think, about 40 some thousand. Okay, that line is following the trend. Let's get rid of that line. I don't like that on there. Okay, this is going to somewhat follow your moving average a little bit in the fact that it moves based on the bearish and bullish trends of your candles. Okay, now all of a sudden, remember we were moving up right here? We moved up a little bit more into this next candle. Now remember, we're on the 1 minute chart, so when I talked to you a minute ago, we were back here. Now we're coming up here, and we've got a pretty good bearish candle coming down. You notice the RSI indicator is coming down too. Okay, now I'm going to suspect that since we're pointing down like this, we're probably going to get another red candle right here. All right, but it's not a real strong down. See, we still ended up red, but it's indecisive. It's a small candle. The line is kind of straight right here. But let's go back here. Let's go back here. Let's go back here and look. Okay. Okay, we kind of jumped around a little bit right here. This was earlier in the day. Jumped around a little bit. We're moving around. And all of a sudden we get this nice bullish green candle right here. Look what the RSI does. It starts coming up a little bit on this candle, on the smaller candle, and boom, it's really growing. Okay, it's really rising. We get another nice bullish candle. Now the candles are starting to shorten up a little bit, and what's your RSI do? It starts to level out. Okay, now we're starting to get resistance, turning into a more bearish market at this point. We get the red candles. What's your RSI do? It starts coming back down. Okay, so it kind of goes hand in hand. Now, when you see this right here, okay, you take a sharp turn like that. You got a kind of an indecisive spinning top candle right here, but then your very next green candle is a huge green candle going up. Look what your line's doing. Your line is also making a nice sharp turn right here and headed in the bullish direction. This is a good time to buy right here. Okay, good time to buy. All right, so now we've got our indicators set up, and I will, let me see here. Yep, so now you got your indicators set up. Just take a look, play with it a little bit, check out some of these indicators if you like. Watch the chart before you do any trading at all. Watch the chart, see what's going on. Maybe there's a different indicator on here that you like. Bollinger Bands. Where's one that I was, this Ichimoku Cloud. Try that out. See how it looks on your chart. See how you like it. Maybe it's something that you're going to see on there that is a real good indicator for you, and you can see how it coincides with the candles going up and down, and when you can jump in on a trade and when to jump out of a trade. So do what's best for you. I like the RSI and I like the EMA. One that I did not talk about is the MACD. I'll just go ahead and throw this up here for you real quick. Let's look at the MACD. Okay. I used to use both of these, so basically I don't know all the technical stuff behind it, but let's see here. Yeah, your moving average is your blue line and your signal is your red line. Okay, so when your moving average goes across, when it's underneath and it's cut and it's in a downward position like this, that means you're in a bearish market. When your moving average crosses, let's see if we can get a better. Okay, let's go right here. Let's close this out. Let's do it this way. Your moving average is above your signal line. Okay, right here, you can see that. Moving average is above your signal line. That means you're in a bullish market. You're in this upward trend. Okay, you can look at the RSI. You're kind of in an upward trend there too. Okay, now you got to the top here. Now your RSI starts to take a dip. Okay, so what are you looking for? Probably a way to get out of your long trade right here. You get a couple red candles that are good sized candles. Your RSI is starting to dip. Now your MACD is starting to dip. Once that line crosses your signal line, you know that you got to get rid of whatever your trade is. You got to sell. Now you're in a bearish trend. Excuse me. You're in a bearish trend. Now your moving average line is below your signal line right here, and as it comes down, you can see the candles. You got a little bump right here, which are these candles right here. It keeps coming down though. It stays below your signal line, and right here, when it starts to move, you can see it coincides with your RSI. Your RSI is starting to come up. Your moving average starts to come up. It crosses your signal line right here. Okay, crosses your signal line. That's a good indicator that you're going to start coming back up. Now it stays pretty close, but then it continues to rise. This is current right now. It continues to rise. Your RSI is rising, even though it looks like it's, a drunk driver, basically, all over the place. But it is rising. Okay, it is in an upward trend. Look at your candles. They are in an upward trend. Okay, based on this candle right here, would have been a good time to jump into a trade. Okay, you got your moving average, you got your RSI going in the right direction, and you got your MACD going in the right direction, where you have your moving average line crossed over the top of your signal line, and there's good separation here, which means that it's a strong trend and it's moving up. They're all going in the right direction. So there are the top indicators, I believe, that you should use and you should get used to. So take a look at those, play with them, see what you got, see what happens with the charts. And then when you start to decide to make trades, then good luck to you.